Have you ever wondered how much your pain and suffering is really worth after a crash? Let's break it down. After a crash, you can get compensation for medical bills and lost wages. What about the pain you endured? The sleepless nights, anxiety, emotional distress? Pain and suffering damages are non-economic losses, meaning they aren't tied to tangible bills or receipts. Instead, they compensate you for the physical pain, emotional distress, mental anguish, inconvenience caused by your injuries. I'm injury and accident attorney Lloyd Bourgeois, and my team and I fight every day to ensure injury victims receive the financial justice they deserve. Most lawyers typically use one of two methods to calculate pain and suffering damages. The first you'll see often is what they call the multiplier method. It's where they take your total economic damages, such as your medical bills and lost wages, and multiply it by a number, usually between 1 and 5, with the severity of your injuries determining kind of where on that scale it is. The second method you see mostly when you go to trial is what they call a per diem method. This is where the pain and suffering is going to be assigned a daily dollar amount. For instance, if your pain is valued at $150 per day and your recovery takes 100 days, 150 times 100, $15,000 in pain and suffering compensation, plus whatever economic damages you're able to prove. The key thing to think about though is these methods aren't one size fits all. Insurance companies are often going to try to argue your pain isn't worth as much as you claim. Your attorney's job is to prove that your pain is worth as much or potentially more than you're claiming. The other thing to keep in mind is the type of injury you sustained will have an impact on your pain and suffering damages. For example, injuries requiring surgery or injections typically are going to have more pain and suffering damages than those only requiring physical therapy or medication. That's why documentation is so important. That's why it's important to keep a pain journal. It's important to make all your medical appointments. It's important to tell your doctors all of the issues you're having. It's important to follow the treatment plans. It's important to follow the medication instructions. These steps will create evidence of how your injuries impact your daily life. If you're suffering after a crash, don't settle for less. Call my team for a free consultation and let us fight for the financial justice you truly deserve.